Hello, my friends. I have been hearing a lot of girls talk about their oiliness lately, and I have a couple of tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you gals about trying to keep that oil at bay. Okay, so one of my first tips is our oil mattifier. You guys, this is amazing. It's $18. I don't know how the magic works inside. So this is something that you can use after you've put on your makeup already for touch-ups during the day. So toss it in your purse, put a little bit on your fingers, and then rub it together, and then just touch on those spots wherever it is you're oily, and it just absorbs the oil. I don't know how it does it. It's magic, but that's how it works. It's so great. So we also have beauty blotters. They're like little tissue papers where you can blot off of any of the extra oil. I'm thinking though, if we really get your skincare into focus, that maybe the oil production will lessen for you. So maybe you would want to try, if you're early to moderate signs of aging, the combo oily skincare would be great. Maybe add in a toner, either botanical toner or the clear proof toner, one of those a couple times a week. Start adding in the mask as well. The charcoal mask is amazing. It absorbs oil and helps to clean out the oils and impurities, but it might also be because you're over stripping and over drying your skin, and then it in turn is overproducing the oil. So there could be several different things going on, but here are the tips and tricks I wanted to share with you as far as foundation processing and trying to keep that oil at bay. Okay, so first of all, we should look at your skincare and try to get it under control with that. But here's some other options if you continue to be oily. So I am going to mix our foundation primer, love it, don't leave home without it, with our oil mattifier. So we're putting that on even before we get started with anything. So kind of equal amounts. I've got both on there, and I'm just going to warm it up a little bit. And I always start in the middle and then work up. And you want to work up and out. We're kind of filling in all of those fine lines and wrinkles and filling in the pores without clogging them. We're just starting this airbrushed look, and it helps to for your makeup to smooth on more evenly, and all of the things. So it's just great. It's super silky, it has SPF. We're creating a barrier to keep the free radicals at bay. So like I said, all of the amazing things. So my next favorite thing, I'm going to share with you some of my favorites along the way too, is our under eye corrector. And you might have already heard me talk about this, but oh my gosh, you guys. So you can see a little bit of blueness under my eyes, and so it's just under eye corrector, really super peachy orangey, and it's a little bit drying. So I don't mind putting it on the places that are a little more oily. So using the little beauty blender, I love this, you guys, and it's not like the dollar store beauty blenders. It is an amazing makeup sponge, and they recommend to use it for about 3 months and then toss it and get a new one. Honestly, I wait until it's like totally falling apart, which maybe a year. So so you know, do you, and I'm a little more frugal, so I'm going to do that. So that was our under eye corrector, and look at how it took away the blueness. So I do have a lot of pigmentation on my eyelids, and I have used the green stick. So the green stick helps to correct redness. So it does take away some redness. I'll just show you here really quick. I don't know if I've demonstrated this. It is a limited edition. I hope they will keep it on as part of our regular line. I do have a few if you want to get your hands on one, but just look at the difference already. So it doesn't look really green. It could be really great ghoul makeup for Halloween if you put it on a little bit thicker, but you could probably find some cheaper ghoul makeup, right? So this is $14, and it just helps to counteract the blueness, or the redness, sorry, of our any red areas. You can, on your chin, on your cheeks, you know, wherever it is that you suffer from redness, this will help to kind of counterbalance that. Another tip that I would highly recommend is to mix together maybe a concealer with your under eye corrector along with some primer for the eye area. So I really love that as well. So I'm going to go on with some light beige. And so if you have areas that really needs some extra coverage. Maybe there's a scar, acne scarring, whatever it might be that you're trying to cover up that your makeup just won't cover up. If you mix the under eye corrector and a concealer together, and I like to loosen it up with a little bit of our foundation primer just for the consistency, that will cover up almost anything. So here is my, sorry, just got a message, my concealer, and then here is my under eye corrector, so you can see the difference. So we have lots of colors of concealer, and then I'm going to add on some of this primer. So I don't want to put it straight on my eyelids with just as a concealer. I want to mix it, even if I'm not going in with my under eye corrector, just doing concealer. I want to mix it with the primer because it is kind of drying. So I was putting it on my eyelids just straight out of the container, and I was getting kind of flaky and itchy eyelids, and I don't know if I was just reacting to it, but I mix it with a little bit of primer, and then it helps to float above the fine lines and wrinkles here on the outside of our eyes as well. So I don't want to do any drying out there either. So adding a little bit of moisturizer in with that. So this eye doesn't have any green, and this eye does have the green. So if you didn't want to invest in the extra concealer, you could totally just do the green. So I'm giving you some options because girls, we just like options, right? So just getting that even face. Okay, so now I'm going to put on foundation, and since I'm a little more combo oily, I'm going to use the purple stripe is for combo oily. This is our matte foundation. So this one is a little bit harder to color match, but it is amazing. It has encapsulated resveratrol, so it's anti-aging as well as creating a barrier. So it's just helping to heal your skin. We've got layers of SPF already on underneath, which is great. And this is going to actually absorb oil as well. So if you are an oily gal, you will love this. I don't know that I would recommend the CC cream if you're really oily until we get your oil under control, because it is a little more hydrating, but it's a really lightweight coverage. So you could try it and love it. I don't use it very often because it leaves me a little shiny, but I can powder that too. So that's another thing I'm going to share with you guys. So if you just want a lightweight coverage, we could totally do that, but you can totally get a lightweight coverage from the matte as well with the sponge. Okay, so lots of options. Again, if you guys are confused if I'm throwing too much information at you, just let me know what your thoughts are. Let's have a conversation about budget. First of all, like, what do you have to spend? What do you feel comfortable with spending? What do you already have that we could maybe work into your regimen? And what is it that you really want to focus on with that as well? So, so lots of things that we can touch on, and we can really customize it to whatever it is you're looking for. So look at this, already really covering up nicely. I've got a nice little pimple down there. I should have put some charcoal mask on it earlier today, but I've been kind of running. So anyhow, I'm going to do that later, and I will definitely take care of that little sucker. It's going away. It's going away. But we can't always have great skin all the time, right? There's always things going on, stress and hormones and whatever it is. So now I'm going to use another one of my favorites, especially for oily girls. It's the translucent powder. So it's white, so it matches every skin tone. Can you see that it's white in there and here? And this just smokes. It's so finely milled. Watch this, you guys. It just smokes. It floats above your fine lines and wrinkles, and it's great because sometimes, even though I am combo oily, I do feel like I'm a little bit drier, like out on my cheeks and like here in this area. So I don't want to use mineral powder, which feels really drying to me, but this usually feels really nice. So then my next trick is our finishing spray. So finishing spray, before you do anything else, and just let it sit for just a second. So layers of this will help to keep your oil at bay with the oil mattifier mixed with your primer, with the translucent powder, with the oil absorbing foundation. Sorry, my words just disappear sometimes, with the finishing spray. So some layers of all of those things will help to keep that at bay. So then I would continue the rest of my makeup. I would do my eyes, my lashes, and my my contour and my blush, and then I would spritz again with this. And so this is a great touch-up throughout the day also, and so is this. Like, I would throw this in my purse, and if you're feeling a little oily later on, try the oil mattifier. And this, if you are going to go out in the evening, I've seen people just brush it on their faces and it just looks like they redid their makeup. It's crazy. So translucent powder is another really great tip. All right, ladies, so I'll cut it off here so I'm not super long, and I'll hop on and do another one for my eyes. Okay, talk to you in a minute. Bye.